In this daring new adventure, we will traverse through time and space, witnessing how various countries transformed into the era of steam. This is a tale of history, weaving together the past and the present, portraying a grand tapestry, showcasing the vastness of human wisdom and creativity. In the distant past, humanity lived in an agricultural age, cultivating crops and raising livestock, leading simple lives. However, they yearned for more, aspiring to break free from traditional constraints and pursue a higher quality of life. This yearning drove people to continuously seek new methods and technologies. Every corner of the world nurtures unique cultures and traditions. Asia, Europe, Africa, the Americas, each place has its distinctive landscapes and ways of life. People thrived in different environments, forming diverse cultural systems. However, as time passed, humanity began to feel the power of technology. They started harnessing fire, crafting tools, thereby altering their way of life. So, with the inheritance of knowledge and innovative developments, people gradually learned to utilize energy sources like hydropower and wind power, making it convenient. This pursuit of technological advancement eventually guided humanity into the era of steam. In the mid-19th century, a powerful force swept across the world, the wave of the steam era. The invention of steam engines and the outbreak of the Industrial Revolution brought unprecedented transformation to human society. With the advent of this era, nations began introducing steam technology and embarking on the process of industrialization. Harvest. Factory chimneys billowed thick smoke, the sound of machinery echoed through the skies. These became characteristic scenes of the steam age. Whether in the eastern metropolises or western towns and villages, new vitality bloomed amid the tide of industrial revolution. Yet, the arrival of the steam age was not without challenges. Competition between countries intensified, resource and market struggles plunged the world into turbulence. Nevertheless, people gradually recognized that cooperation was more beneficial than competition. International agreements and treaties fostered cross-border trade and cultural exchange. Representatives from various countries gathered at international exhibitions, sharing their achievements and innovations. The wave of the steam age not only transformed the economy and technology, but also deeply influenced people's way of life and values. Social structures began to change with increased focus on workers' rights, the gradual elevation of women's status, and the spread of the abolitionist movement. It was an era filled with hope and challenges where humanity worked to adapt to new changes and pursue a brighter future. With the advent of the steam age, the wave of steam power has swept across the globe. The invention and application of steam engines accelerated the industrialization processes of various countries. Factory chimneys billowed with thick smoke, railway lines crisscrossed the landscape, steamships traversed the oceans. These scenes seem to herald humanity's entry into a new era in Europe. Britain, as the cradle of the steam age, led the surge of the Industrial Revolution. Cities like London and Manchester rapidly ascended to become industrial centers. Other European nations, such as France, Germany, and the Netherlands, also adopted steam technology, propelling industrial development. In distant Asia, Japan actively pursued Western technology and knowledge, embarking on modernization reforms. They introduced technologies like steam trains and telegraphs, blending them with their own cultural characteristics, gradually achieving a leap towards modernization. In North America, the United States experienced a similarly rapid process of industrialization. From the East Coast in New York to the West Coast in San Francisco, railways connected distant places, facilitating the flow of resources and populations. Meanwhile, countries like Canada, Mexico also actively participated in the construction of the steam age. Many countries in Asia, Africa, and beyond were influenced by the wave of the steam age. They either learned, referenced, or integrated this force into their own development blueprints. In this era, competition between nations became fierce, with each country striving to establish its footing in the wave of industrialization to reap more benefits. However, with the intensification of competition, people gradually recognized the importance of cooperation. International agreements and treaties were signed to promote trade and cultural exchange. Representatives from various countries gathered at World Expos, sharing their achievements and innovations, fostering cross-border friendships and cooperation. Under the sun of the steam age, the world became more closely interconnected and interactions between countries strengthened. People began to understand that even amidst significant cultural differences, mutual exchange could promote collective progress. International friendships flourished during this era, laying the foundation for future. The arrival of the steam age brought unprecedented technology and innovation. Scientists, engineers, and inventors from various countries immersed themselves in the research and application of new technologies, driving the advancement of human to society. In laboratories, continuous optimization of steam engines made their operation more efficient. Simultaneously, the invention of the telegraph transformed the way information was transmitted, enabling people to connect with different parts of the world more rapidly. The operation of steam trains transported individuals to distant places, bridging the gap between cities and rural areas. A development of maritime technology enabled steamships to traverse vast oceans, facilitating international communication and trade. The emergence of steamships not only accelerated the transportation of goods, but also facilitated human migration and cultural exchange, further connecting the world. In various countries, new inventions kept emerging. Breakthroughs in mechanics, electricity, chemistry, and other fields brought more convenience and opportunities to humanity. From steam trains to cameras, from telegraphs to batteries, these innovations not only changed people's daily lives, but also profoundly impacted the development of various industries. Simultaneously, the steam age was a period of cultural and artistic prosperity. A literature produced works depicting life in the steam age, with individuals interpreting the spirit and values of this era. Artists incorporated elements of steam technology into their creations, producing imaginative works such as paintings and novels centered around steam engines. Music also experienced robust development during this era. New forms of music like symphonies and orchestral compositions emerged, reflecting the changes of the times and people's emotions. Music became a crucial means for individuals to express emotions and advocate ideas. Fashion continuously evolved as well, with people's clothing and styles beginning to exhibit the characteristics of the steam age. High-collared shirts, tight-fitting pants, silk gowns, and other clothing items became representative of fashion, reflecting societal changes and people's values. The steam age's influence on culture and art was pervasive. Through various forms of expression, people carried forward the spirit of this era, leaving behind a rich legacy for future generations. The vibrant development of the steam age not only brought technological and cultural transformation, but also profoundly impacted social structures and values. People began to realize that workers' rights and social fairness were crucial for building a better society. Factory workers organized themselves, advocating for fair wages and working hours. They went on strikes, held demonstrations, and called on governments and corporations to prioritize labor rights. These efforts improved living conditions for the working class, promoting values of social equity and equality. Simultaneously, the women's movement emerged during the STEAM age. Women fought for equal education and employment opportunities, and demanding societal respect for women's rights and contributions. This movement propelled gender equality, granting women more rights. In various countries, the abolitionist movement flourished. People began to recognize the inhumanity of slavery, actively working to abolish the system and grant freedom and dignity to all. However, the wave of the STEAM age gradually ebbed. With continuous technological advancements and the rise of new energy sources and technologies, human society transitioned into a more modern era. The operation of steam engines was gradually replaced by electricity and internal combustion engines, and industrial development shifted towards higher levels of innovation and exploration. Nonetheless, the legacy of the steam age remains with us. It altered the face of human society and exerted a profound influence on the development of modern technology, industry, and culture. We cherish this period of history, respecting the courageous attempts and innovative spirit of that era. In the future, we embrace new challenges and opportunities. In an era of ever-advancing technology, we continue to uphold the spirit of cooperation and innovation, striving to create a brighter future. We commemorate the STEAM age while also looking forward to humanity's exploration. And in the story of the STEAM age, we witnessed the grand display of human wisdom and creativity. This history reminds us that through cooperation and innovation, we can transcend the limitations of time and space, creating a brighter future. Let us cherish the past, look to the future, and continue to strive, laying the foundation for the next remarkable era. Thank you all for watching and listening.